Welcome back to King of the League. My name is Cromar, joined once again by Caisha, and this is Division 3, the Blackery versus Demacian crew. That's the Blackery on blue team and Demacian crew on the red team. Our good friend, Huge Rectums, playing AD carry.
You're not going to make me do it.
Well, it's in all caps. I had to say it loud. But it's okay, Caisha. You don't have to if you don't want to. Prude. And Crystalisk is running
I like to think of it as
jungle
more
once again.
polite. I'm a southern lady. Right?
Yeah. Rectum's definitely a curse word in the South. And Big Peepee Swag, speaking of names that are awesome, is running top lane Rumble.
I'm not a fan of Demacian crew right now. Your names live...
You heard it. Caster bias. Admit it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan based on the names. I'm not a fan. But...
That's funny.
I wish all the luck, but, you know, you didn't win any fans with the names. So...
Well, they won one fan.
Yeah, they won the boy fans, right?
Right.
All the guys are gonna love it, you know.
The 5th grade level maturity.
Yeah, the girls are gonna be like, okay.
They definitely.
It's the great divide, you know, between men and women. It's the great divide.
So, Tarek Vayne. I don't play Tarek as much as I used to, but I still play him. You know, he's still one of my go-to supports. Mm-hmm. And he's great with... Oh my god, he's so good with Vayne. It's like, hey Vayne, this is a great position to condemn in, but you need a couple minutes to tumble, a couple seconds to tumble in place, so I'll just hold him down for you.
But yeah,
and give you plenty of time.
Aren't all AD carries really good with Tarek? I mean...
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, like, you can't say that for... I mean...
I love the stuff. I love the stacking stuns, though. He can also... And it's great with Ahri, too, because he can. It makes it really easy to set up a charm. And, Tarek is just so good. He's of course got the best skin in the game. No question. Oh, no question. Best skin in the game.
The gayest skin in the game. Yuck.
By gayest, you mean best?
Yuck. Well,
best.
No, I mean happy. Duh.
Oh, that's true. He does look pretty happy.
He does look pretty happy.
You know?
He's got that smirk on his face, like I know something you don't know. Like I know all the secrets.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm kind of curious at the whole the Janna Ezreal bot lane, but I have faith because Janna is great with everybody, right? So
yeah, Janna's also great with everybody.
She's just awesome.
It's gonna be really, really difficult for them to dive Ezreal with the Janna protecting him. Yeah. Forget it. So
be good protection.
Definitely use. I mean, you can take advantage of him maybe if Janna's out of position warding or something, but for the most part. If I was Simplex, I would be definitely playing defensively and just saying, protect my Vayne, let her farm, block skill shots if necessary. I mean, you can block those mystic shots; it's pretty helpful, and not much else.
Yeah, they burned Shin's flash up there, so.
And also ward, which he has not done yet. And here comes devastating arrow,
Janna.
Forcing a flash, and yeah, that was a good tornado combo.
That was a good tornado. Yeah.
Forcing a flash, Huge Rectums is low. And Simplex, let's see if he's got his imbue. I'm going to check that out. He does. He has an imbue and dazzle. Pretty standard start. Some people will just go straight for shatter and level it, but I hate doing that. I always go for imbue.
Whatever you say, Cromar. Big Daddy Cromar.
There's Dredgeline and Revenant Sniper. Hey, I play Tarek all the time. I'm telling you, imbue rocks. Screw shatter. Well, I get it second. But anyway, Sioshi mid lane. Sioshi, by the way, very dominant AP carry. Playing Ahri. Ahri is terrifying. Up against a Ryze.
She can definitely be terrifying, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Although Ryze is probably, probably a pretty decent, I won't say counter, but a lane for her though. You know, lock her down and make, you know, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it prevents her from using her ult to escape very effectively at all. Absolutely.
So we'll see. We'll see.
In late game, we all know how devastating Ryze is. He's very much a carry. He puts the carry in AP carry. And late game, I would rather have a Ryze on my team than an Ahri late game personally. Although I do like the charm combo with Tarek, as I mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah.
I still would prefer to have the Ryze. And there's that lockdown. She's not even 6 yet, but still showing how powerful that is. Can he get one more auto attack? No, he just sat there and died. Why?
What?
Why Snips?
Oh,
Snips. Oh,
Snips.
You let me down, sir. All he needed to do was throw one more little lightning bolt at that chick, and she would have died.
Maybe he thought the ignite was still on her. You know, maybe he just wasn't confident in
I don't know.
his auto. I don't know.
All he did was walk away slowly and get murdered by the Q.
I mean, that was rough. That was rough. I mean, kudos to the Ahri for having the balls to flash auto attack. Because I mean, if
flash auto attack Q, I mean that took guts. That was a good play. But it could have backfired, and it should have backfired.
Yeah, it should have. But that's okay. People make mistakes. It's all good.
So big PP swag pushing hard top lane.
But at least Raya's got his
I just want to say his name.
Early. I know. At least Raya's got his tier really early, so that'll be great for his Archangels later. And Seraph's and Bryce, of course. So
as if he isn't tanky enough.
He's the only one that has actually gone back yet. So I mean, even though he gave Ahri first blood, which is no fun, at least he got something out of it. He got his very early tier. That's it.
But the runaway Ahri it could kill anybody, even a Rise. So she's already got her ult. I mean, she's already level 6, pretty early. And there's a charm and Q combo on Snips. He's going to be forced to retreat.
Yeah, always devastating. If they land,
returns that combo, he's going to be done. And there it goes. Foxfire and the ult come. Oh,
see, that's why I love Ahri. She's just so fun like that.
She is. She's very, very action-packed champion.
If she has her ult and lands her E, done ski.
Yeah, absolutely. And she could just dive right past you and stand there and auto-attack you while you slowly walk towards your tower.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened there. And Snips is getting destroyed now 2-0, and Tsuyoshi very, very dangerous and a commanding
Vi doing a good job of making sure that she doesn't push that lane too hard while Rise is down. So she's covering mid a little bit.
Yes, she's definitely making the right decision, but of course there's a major problem with that too, which is that she can't roam right now.
Everyone knows where she is, right? So so all the others, but bot lane's doing just fine. They're putting the aggression on the passive Vayne, right? I mean, Vayne is more or less a passive laner in the beginning. Losing to CS, interesting. I didn't notice this, but interesting. Or didn't comment. Vayne chose to go Doran's Blade first. Which
well, she does have an imbue, so I wouldn't be too worried about that.
But for his playstyle, I mean, I don't know about Doran's on Vayne start, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not an AD carry, so I'm not the expert. So
usually when I run a healer, I mean, I combo with a few different players,
most
a couple
people
gold
do
and platinum
when they
players
run a healer, but I still feel that.
There's a dredge line on Snips. Who's going to give up a third
nice
kill. See who gets it. Ahri. Oh wait, he may live. Oh my God!
Great
coming in with revenants. Oh
that
my!
Was fantastic.
Wow. Okay.
That was a good play.
I did not even see that coming.
Down,
we were talking about items and stuff, and I just got distracted.
Yeah, you were just gone.
Did not
I was
see
like,
the two of them coming there.
Shen.
What a turnaround!
Yeah.
It's a huge turnaround.
Yeah.
Shen.
It's fantastic.
Coming in along with Vi to save the day.
Oh yeah.
And Snips just barely escaping and baiting into that tower dive.
Yep,
pretty much. They just turned around and just murdered both of them.
Yep. And there, right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why Shen is 95% banned in solo queue. Right? I mean, not
totally
so much.
Balanced.
Not so much in team games to some extent. Obviously, Shen got through, but he can make plays like that. He can turn stuff around very easily.
Yeah, huge. So a Revenant Sniper with an amazing play, also devastating arrow coming in at the same time. And now suddenly the Blackery is ahead in gold, and they're definitely in this game, no question.
They're ahead in gold, and they're ahead in farm. Israel is really, making Vayne pay a little bit. I mean, look at that lane right there. They are
huge rectums.
They are dominating that lane right now.
Yeah, you would say, definitely. Israel is beating huge rectums in farm in lane.
Yeah. So.
Some more excuses to say his name.
I know, and despite that Ahri is so dominant as far as kills, she's not that far ahead in farm. Like, she is ahead in farm, but it's not as bad as it could be. We'll say that. Not as bad as it could be. So.
Yeah.
We'll stay positive on that. And then Rumble, unfortunately, definitely made Shen pay for that brief interlude mid lane, but of course that was we can all agree worth it.
That's Shen's biggest weakness is his pushing power is so poor that he has a very difficult time pushing up the tower so he can run freely.
making Rumble's life.
That's
a
why
little
they usually
scary
take
right now.
teleport on Shen. They did. He didn't. This Shen didn't take teleport, but typically you want it so that you can say save
double
bot
threat.
lane and then
threat.
go back to the. Yeah.
You know, so split push, double threat, etc.
Sure thing.
All right, so
And,
purple team pulling ahead a little bit in gold, just because of that dragon, but not a whole lot. I mean, it's dead even. 2-2,
Right.
no turrets, and maybe 100k difference. And this Ezreal looks like maybe he's gonna.
Yeah, going a little deep
go
for this Taric. I don't know. I don't know. There's a condemn into the wall. Look at that stun combo. I keep talking about all the game. And Simplex gonna escape, forcing a flash.
Forcing it was kind of one of those panic flashes that we talked about before.
Yeah,
you know, definitely so.
Give a flash and arcane shift. I don't care. Just give me one or both.
Yeah.
Anything. Get me out of this place.
Give me something. Yeah, but Taric also using his flash in a point blank range. So nice flash from Ryze, noticing that she was going in. So
that could have gone really bad for Permawealth though. But no, he did just narrowly escape, and they're gonna push up this tower.
Yeah, but I was all for it. I
can
mean, I like that Ezreal play. You know, just that Vayne follow up didn't really work for him that well.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna call it Hydro Pump, even though that's not the name
Monsoon.
on Permawilt,
Nice
and the Monsoon, may save him. Huge Rectum's not gonna be able to chase Ezreal,
That
but
condemn,
you can condemn Oski Wow into the tower. Had a little trouble with that name. Here we go, our favorite Shen player. No, the shield is not enough, and his ult is wasted. That sucks.
Rough.
And Devastating Arrow catching Crystallisk, and Huge Rectum is going to have to kite this to stay alive.
It happened. It was just a very minor thing. It was a very minor thing, but Janna used her tornado, not intentionally, of course, but used her tornado on Nautilus rather than making sure it hit the Vayne, which basically led to her death there. So. Always, even though Nautilus has the crazy gap glows, you always want to look for the damage dealers when you're running away like that, especially as a Janna.
Yeah, that would have made the difference. You only needed another couple seconds for Revenant Sniper to get in there to taunt into the tower. That would have been a huge turnaround.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice try, though.
Yeah,
nice try, just by the skin of their teeth there.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's now a 700 gold lead for Demacian crew.
Yeah.
So how about them picking calling themselves Demacian crew and only picking one Demacian character? I mean, seriously.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we can't all be lore players, right? I mean, well, I'm sorry. Maybe they just all wish that they were from Demacia. Maybe that's what they're role playing. They're saying, look.
Yeah, I guess. None of them are like bitterly opposed to Demacia, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's no like Noxians here, so
no, it doesn't look like
I think.
it.
Yeah, that would be messed up if they picked like Darius or something. that would definitely offend me. That's what's important.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Silly nonsense like that. That's what truly matters.
Ari picking up that blue, so that'll be good. She's pulling ahead some more in farm, but Ryan's doing the best he can. But
yeah, it's not a devastating lead. It's not nearly as bad as the bot lane.
Yeah, the Ezreal is definitely
getting
pulling
super fed,
pulling ahead for sure. I mean, he hasn't got any kills yet, but he's definitely dominating that lane and farm. So
he's got the CS, and they also have tower advantage because the bot lane tower is almost gone. And up top there's a ward fight. We actually had a backup from Crystallisk, and wisely, our blue team did not pursue that because they would have gotten slaughtered if they had.
Nautilus just kind of chilling there. He's just waiting, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Devastating Arrows here now too. So if there is a fight,
if there's a fight, there would at least be a counter gank happening there.
Exactly.
So, but unfortunately,
and then with Monsoon, they would probably either survive or win the fight.
Yeah, but Nautilus just decided, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna walk through mid. I don't care who sees me. And there's not really much for him to do here. I mean, all the lanes are kind of pushed in. Rumble's pushed Shen to his tower.
It looks like they're up to something. They're up for a red steal.
They definitely want
speaking
that
of trying to find things to do, Devastating Arrow is going to get devastated by an arrow.
Yeah. Oh, don't do it, Ezreal.
It was so dumb. And an attempted steal with True Shot Barrage.
Man, I thought he was gonna.
Not quite happening.
Shift over the wall and go 1v4. I was like, don't do it.
He was gonna do that. Oh God, Snip's getting.
Yeah.
Eviscerated.
Hi, Ari.
Yeah.
How are you?
Wow. Yoshi is absolutely wrecking right now.
Yeah.
And Crystallisk is like, yeah, you can just have the lane to yourself. We don't need to help you. We're just going to destroy the tower and go roam. Just go roam.
Pretty much. Alright. So losing the mid tower is definitely detrimental. And it looks like they might lose a second mid tower. So yeah.
They're really pushing this hard.
Down.
They are messing around here.
I mean,
I don't think Devastating Arrow can chase them off. It would be suicide if you were to fight them. Yeah, there we go.
You know what I was gonna say
Double
was that losing that first mid tower is really, that's always the one you want to go for first, because that affects your vision of the map immensely, and you don't really realize it. So you just want to compensate for it by placing a ward there. But of course now they, lost both of the towers, which means that this has a devastating effect on how the junglers control their jungle, and so you're gonna be seeing a lot more jungle ganks, which is kind of a problem, seeing as how both top and bot lanes have been pushed to their tower, so they're gonna be a lot more vulnerable. You're gonna need some more jungle wards there. So hopefully Janna recognizes this and is going to ward a little bit more in her jungle specifically. She's
that makes sense. They need to be careful because Permawilt, I'm sure they recognize that Permawilt's way ahead on farm, and they're going to do exactly what you say, take advantage of their vision and just try to stomp him into the ground.
Yeah. Because
so far, Huge Rectums, though he's behind, in addition to having the better name, he's been holding on pretty well. Oh my god, this is not good. Tsuyoshi catching Oski in a terrible position. It's going to survive the Ignite, though. Check that out. One tick away, and another person. I swear to God, Caisha, we get a disconnect on every single game today. I think we're honestly
stop disconnecting.
We've had a disconnect every time, but she's reconnected. Devastating Arrow just reconnected, so it was just a quickie.
I was thinking that Janna, as soon as she saw the
God, there's another combo on Snips. He's gonna be forced to flash
Ari's
out.
ult is down, so they can't really chase very much. But
True.
I was guaranteed that Janna was going to pink the dragon as soon as she saw it come up, but instead she went and checked the brush. So I guess. Who knows? It's always a good idea to check that when Dragon is up, make sure you have it pink warded, just to make sure.
So we did have a true shot attempt to steal from Ezreal, but it missed. Yeah. So good try.
So
and more connection issues from Vi, by the way.
Yeah, she keeps clicking in and out, which is not good for blue team. So.
No, but if red team wants to be jerks about it, if Demacian crew wants to, they can definitely press that advantage.
All right, there she goes.
What is Oski? Wow, ganking top lane. This is not a combo you see very often. But the tank and the support trying to chase after Rumble.
All right, so
Permawilt getting chased down. Huge. You think Huge is gonna die, but he is gonna flash in the last hit. Gets the kill, flashing away from Devastating Arrow. The ult was not enough.
Nope.
And it was a nice imbue as well from Tarek.
Yeah, and now you're seeing the power of a Vayne, right? I mean, you just can't.
Suddenly that farm lead doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, you just can't let them. Yeah, it's just rough. You just can't let them do 1v1s. You can't let them chase. Can't let them get into that position because Vayne's gonna kill you. Vayne's gonna kill you. I mean,
And it's devastating to your team to have that happen.
Yeah,
I mean, any farm that goes to Vayne is just terrible for your team because late game, Huge Rectums is going to dominate, and they don't have a strong rise to counter her at all.
Yeah, right now, Vi needs to be really, she needs to make sure that Ezreal does not fall behind. He was doing just fine, so she needs to really be watching, and he's down there all the time. And just double checking that he's okay. Try to get him farmed. Maybe do some roaming. Since both towers are down, I'd like to see some of that. But
speaking of roaming, Huge Rectum's going top. What do you think? Do you think they can take on Shen?
No. I mean, Rumble's backing for one.
PP Swag's backing anyway.
But he's also quite low in health, and Shen's got that ward there, and Shen is.
Ooh, I don't know. Huge Rectums doesn't agree with you. Use the Blade of the Ruin Kings for the slow. He's going to dive it. And
Welcome to Vayne.
This is really bad news for the Blackery. They are in serious trouble. If 19 minutes into the game,
bad, man.
An enemy Vayne can roam top and just straight up murder a Shen like that. That should never happen.
I am disappointed. You made me look bad.
I am disappointed.
I am disappointed. I had faith. I had faith that Shen
he couldn't even use his ult to escape.
Well, he didn't run, away when he saw the Vayne. I guess he thought what I did was like, I need to run, but I don't need to like run for my life or anything.
Yeah, maybe he didn't react fast enough. You might be right, but he also had the Blade of the Rune King slow, so that didn't make anything even easier for him.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I really did not think that Vayne was going to straight up kill that Shen with effortlessly like that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a little.
Didn't even need Rumble.
That was a little rough. I mean, so right now, what would you build for more? Would you build for the Vayne, like, Thornmail, etc., or would you build for the Ahri?
You gotta counter the Vayne. You gotta counter the Vayne. I mean, the Vayne is gonna be way more devastating than the Ahri. Speaking of which, Shen actually catching Vayne with a perfect taunt, and that's actually gonna turn this team fight around. Big PP Swag now is maxed out. He's got full health, and he's in the middle of his passive, and he's gonna try to turn it around on Snips, and here comes Permawilt. Oh boy, sorry PP Swag. Permawilt is here, and he's going to destroy you.
Yeah, unfortunately, Israel had kind of a strange positioning in that fight, but he did make it work for him.
He came in eventually and turned it around.
Well,
for a minute there, Rumble was a serious problem.
On Nautilus, but
that happened off the edge of my screen. Yeah,
I got the kill on Nautilus, which was great, but just barely missing that part there.
Well, that happened fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. They caught huge rectums and basically took him out of the fight instantly. And before Permawilt came in, they had a real shot at.
Right. And that's what you need. But I mean, back to the build. You've got Rumble, you've got Nautilus, and you've got Ahri, all of which do AOE magic damage. I mean, you've got a Vayne that's very powerful in terms of 1v1, true damage. I mean, she's got a lot of stuff going for her.
Someone needs a Frozen Heart, clearly.
They need a Frozen Heart, but I mean, you just got to build. Someone needs the Abyssal Scepter. That's what I'm saying. Someone needs the Abyssal Scepter, maybe with Spirit Massage, but the tanks need to be, building for AoE magic damage rather than just straight up Vayne damage, because she's the only AD.
She is the only D, but she's so powerful. But you're right, though. There's tons of AoE damage. That's just the advantage that's going to our red team here.
And just think of it. If you put everything that you have into a Vayne, which you can, and just like they did earlier, if you put all that you have into a Vayne, you got to be able to survive all the other AoE damage that comes from the Ahri. That's pretty fed, the Rumble, and the Nautilus, and just the tankiness from the Nautilus. So you just got to prepare for that.
So maybe Shen makes a sacrifice, gets a Thornmail, lands a taunt, and then they can do something out of that. There's a Dredgeline Revenant Sniper using his taunt to escape, and I think that they do not want to tango with huge rectums right now. That he's going to destroy their team. Seoshi's ult is available, by the way, so if they were to engage right now, even though he's low on health, he would almost certainly be able to outmaneuver them.
Yes.
So they would have to catch him with a taunt
as
well. It is. All the ults are going down back and forth. Seoshi is getting dove, and Huge Rectums, meanwhile, in the back is absolutely cleaning up. So they could not kill Seoshi, and that's not terribly surprising. I think we just talked about that. And there's a triple for Huge Rectums. He's going to go for the cleanup on a quadra kill after picking up Janna. Let's see if he can chase down Permawilt for the penta. It's unlikely. I don't think Permawilt's going to be a good guy and give it to him either.
Nope.
That wouldn't be too smart.
That would not be smart. I think it's just going to push straight down. Hopefully he can snipe.
Yeah, depth charge isn't down, so there's no way they're catching him.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. That was just what happens when you get a hard engage from Nautilus. I mean, the Vi's got a pretty good engage. If she uses her ult on the Vayne, no matter where the Vayne is, they've got a chance. Shen can taunt, etc. But if you get grabbed by Nautilus, you better be prepared to either disengage. I would have liked to see an instant Janna ult there as soon as that happened. That wasn't a very good engage. But it might not have been up, but I think it was. She used a little bit later in the fight. So, that's just kind of what you want. And it's hard to use ults for something like that, but you need to recognize the fact that, hey, I just got pulled in very close to a tower. We're not prepared. The only way you counter a Vayne in a team fight is if you're the one engaging on the team
when she's
fight.
In a bad position.
Yeah, you engage on the team fight, and you engage only on Vayne. That's what you have to do, because you can't allow her to farm. You can't allow her to free cast and condemn and tumble and all around through the team fight and not do anything to stop her.
Yeah, and she has peel. Look at her peel, man. She's got a freaking Taric. How are they going to catch her with a Taric for peel?
A Nautilus, and a Rumble.
You name it.
The Rumble.
Even if Nautilus, even if Nautilus initiates, he can still peel.
Yeah.
I mean, he's ridiculous.
The Rumble ult was very well placed. It split the team in half, right? So Devastating Arrow, the Vi was just like basically just tower diving. He was tower diving around like 4 of them, and so it was definitely.
And he couldn't track down Tsuyoshi, too mobile,
Yeah, but
that's what he wanted. He wanted to take him out of the fight immediately. He
wanted to take him out of the fight, but that's not who you focus. You know what I mean? That's just, you can't focus, even though they're low. She's just so squirrely, she just is.
And Vayne's a danger. I want to point out something, that Vayne does not have cleanse, so that they could take advantage of that. Anyway, speaking of Vayne, Huge Rectums is getting dove by a devastating arrow, but it's just, there's not enough damage. There's just no way. They can't do any damage to this champion right now. And they're going to counter push. Just a triple kill, and actually just 3 for the team. Permawelt now trying to kite away from Big PB Swag. Huge Rectum's ult is down, so he's going to maybe take advantage of his passive, chase Permawelt, not sure. But they could just push mid instead and take this inhibitor. And this is definitely not going well for Blackery.
It's really not. I would like to mention, though, big props to the Ezreal, right? Because he's the first Ezreal I've seen in like a month that has not gone blue Ezreal build. So
Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer.
I wanted to salute you, sir, for not going a blue Ezreal. I appreciate it.
Well, they got no shortage of CC. He probably doesn't really need the Iceborne Gauntlet. And,
no, I mean,
as far as the rest of the damage, he's got plenty of it.
Yeah, I mean, they need mid damage. I mean, I've already said that about blue Ezreal. It's whatever. It's valid in some situations, but not all. So let me see. Let me take a look at this ward coverage here. Yeah, I mean, Demacian crew definitely warding the jungle a little bit better, warding offensively rather than defensively, of course. So I don't know.
The Blackery has a couple wards placed in a couple of locations, but mostly these teams are down on wards because they've been team fighting for so long that they haven't had a chance to. So I'm sure they're going to refresh pretty soon here. Yeah. In fact, the Blackery, just as we said that, has placed 2 more wards. So yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
I would like to see them
refreshing.
I would like to see the Blackery actually focus on some objectives. Dragons, some towers, etc.
It's really hard for them to do that. I mean, as soon as they become visible, they're gonna have a whole team on their ass, and they can't fight anything.
Well, yeah, you can't fight, but you can at least. Ooh, nice.
Nice try. Chrysalis almost catching.
It was a good effort.
Well, it was. Because that would be absolutely devastating if their Ezreal go down. I mean, it's about all they got going for him right now. Yeah. Permawelt have an excellent farm. I mean, for God's sakes, 237 at 27 minutes. Yes, please.
Hopefully he can make something happen with it. That would be the best idea. And looks like they're looking for a Baron right now.
Yeah, in fact, the Demacian crew all went back at the same time,
and they saw them,
and they were visible. Check out that ward coverage that Janet had just placed those wards as we were talking about it.
So they
vindicating us.
They were preparing. And, they were like, dude, let's do Baron soon. And so she was like, okay, and went warded, and then. Nice, clean, free Baron.
Oh my God!
That was snuck out from under them.
Demacian, just right from the Demacian crew now. Face palming that one for sure.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, guys,
they thought they were safe. Oh, well. They had a ward there. They thought they were safe, and then so they all backed at the same time, which is always a scary move. It's always you always want a ward in there,
that was sneaky.
Yeah, it was a great move. Whoever made that call is a good job on the Blackery's team. Great job there. It was a good call. So we're gonna be mad props for that. Now, hopefully that allows you to defend the base a little bit more. It looks like they're pushing down bot lane. Ezreal using his ult to farm, or at least clear the wave a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, the Baron's nice, but they can't dive Vayne, so the only thing they can do now is, they got to initiate on the Vayne properly in a situation where she's way out of position. That's about
Absolutely.
It. I don't see how they couldn't play it in a team fight any other way. I mean, they can't peel for the Ezreal. He just doesn't do enough damage to make up for that. It's rough. It's really tough. Ezreal late game just doesn't carry as hard as Vayne. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. And then you have Vi building kind of like a weird DPS build, and so the only way to do it is to be able to survive long enough for that Ezreal.
Ooh, and there's oh my God, everybody's out of position here. Revenant Sniper just barely escaping. And Devastating Arrow is going to just flash back out. That was, well, they saved their tower. I mean, that's pretty good. But now they're just pulling out of the tower, and at any moment they get forced to play. Devastating Armor is flashing in. Bad news, though. Huge Rectums is still alive. You guys failed to dive him and get the kill, and that means you're going to lose a team fight, because we've seen that over and over again.
That was a bit of a disconnect. That's what happened there. Was Vi was like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to get this guy. And then realizing a little too late that she's not building tanky, and she's building damage. I mean, she got a Zephyr, she has an Elder Lizard, and she has Zerker's Greave. She is not a tank, and she's not building tanky. And really, as Vi, even with the Shen, with this kind of combo, you have to have a second tank. You just do. You have to build tanky. You know, yes, it's fun to do a lot of damage. But in that situation where your ult is really the only kind of hard initiate that you have on a out of control Vayne, you gotta go tanky. And so I think she realized that, because as soon as she hit the shop, she bought 2 cloth armor and a ruby crystal. So hopefully she recognized, okay, maybe I need
at least a Warden's Mail, for God's sake. I mean, seriously, she needs a Warden's Mail, bare minimum.
You know?
She should be going Frozen Heart, Thorn Mail. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Or at least I would like to see the Shin building, you know, a Frozen Heart. But he built a Spirit Massage. Okay, I could see that. Maybe, sort of. I don't necessarily know about the Spirit Massage, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm like, I don't know about that one. You know, good magic resist and all that, but maybe not the most effective item on a Shin for this comp. I don't know. Maybe that's me. I don't know.
No, I agree. I think this team, I think the Blackery, obviously they're in a terrible position, but if they want to make a chance of coming back, Vision Control, so far Vision Control's worked very well for them, so they need to continue that. Yeah. And they need to get a pick. They need a pick on Huge Rectums. If they get a pick, then they can do it. Yeah. And they should not focus on diving, because their team currently is not capable of diving Vayne. Yeah. It's just not going to work.
They need to just wait, farm up. You know, Rise is trying to catch up. He's farming. You know, and that's really all you can do. You know, you can't really engage. You just gotta play passive. You gotta turtle.
Yeah, I agree. They're gonna have to play passive, and they're gonna have to wait for opportunities. Yeah, that's it.
I would like
in
to
any
see
team
some,
fight. I mean,
you know,
they gotta focus on peel. If there is a team fight, they have to peel. But
Jaina has to ward along the outside, just for vision. I mean.
Inhibitor.
Yeah, they're going to lose the inhib. There's not much they can do about that. They're just... Oh, look at that. Vi picking up a Warden's Mail. So...
There we go.
Someone either was yelling at her, or she was like, okay, guys, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm going to pick up a Warden's Mail. Or maybe she could do it to begin with. I don't know. But she picked that up. You know, it's a great item. It's cheap. It's effective. You know?
Yes. And it specifically counters Vayne. There's very little that counters Vayne, but one of the things it does is attack speed debuff. So a Malphite, or Warden's Mail, Frozen Heart, Randuin's Omen, which I assume is what Vi is going to build next.
Yeah.
Obviously, because Vi is not going to build a Frozen Heart. So Vi will build a Randuin's Omen, and that'll be good.
So, you know, we're seeing them adjust their builds a little bit. Hopefully it's not too little too late. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully not. But at any point here, there could be an initiate.
Like Ezreal doing a good job of just trying to poke. I would like to see some wards down so it could help him. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, there's a multi-taunt. Not bad, but I'm just not that confident about their ability to play off of it. So Huge Rectums going wild, killing tanks. 2 tanks are down already, and Huge Rectums is still alive, which means that they've lost the team fight, for God's sakes. Big PP Swag getting killed by Ezreal, so Ezreal is doing a little bit of damage. It's just not enough. You just can't match. You can't match Huge Rectums. You got both divers.
He can't carry against a Vayne. I mean, there's just no way. A Vayne needs to be handled by an entire team.
Yeah.
Rather than unless you have a great duelist that can go against a Vayne. But
they need an assassin. They needed a really hardcore fed assassin. They need Talon
that can
or
just
someone
dive
like that, because
and just be done with
who
it.
can just dive, and who, I mean, maybe add in a diver with CC like Vi, for example, and then add in a Talon for damage, because you know Vayne does not have cleanse, so she would be vulnerable to stacked CC. You just got to kill her instantaneously, or else you're screwed. Anyway, there's no point now talking about it because it is over.
Well, food for thought for the next time, right?
Sure, absolutely. Food for thought for the next time. If you see a Vayne, on huge rectums, be warned.
Right.
You're not going to be able to diver with normally. So anyway, that's going to go to Demacian crew over Blackery for Game 1, Week 1. See you next time.